Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Saturday has arrived for round 5 in the 2023 series GTWS Nations Cup on Gran Turismo 7. With a brand new update has now arrived for having some new parts on the Ultimate category on the tuning shop, engine swap on the GT Auto, and additionally to have 3 cars are now already arrived as well. So now we go down for having an event schedule on round 4 at Autodromo de Interlagos in the full course layout for the Group 4 category. But that was so very close after finishing on take 1 from last week and currently to go for take number 2 to be served as my second chance until the glitch is now happening because of the lobby session turns out to have some slight issues. Bummer. But I cannot believe it, that was so very close that I'm about to go at it to have a second chance until taking a lot of long delay and being patient until going impatient. So I had to move on and go for today's date schedule is May 27 for the 5th round. We'll be at Autodromo de Interlagos for the Group 1 category. But after all, because this is going to have to take no choice but to have the main part of the first attempt to be served as my content video nomination pick. But anyway, because it gets me a lot of frustration after putting up with some take 2 live stream video to be served as a witness. So let's enter and head on in to choose the available point race entry for the GT3 and GT2 leagues. We'll have to go for only 15 laps for the number of players up to 16, and rolling start is about to be set and good to go. Additionally, for having 25 laps for the GT1 league, we'll have to go for tonight's competition, and this time required tire change is now being featured to be set on the medium compound racing tires for each part of the usual tire types to go for the regulation. For each part of the 4 divisions in the Group 1 category that you might gonna have to go with the Group C, Vision GT Group 1, LMP1s, and Le Mans hypercars such as the Toyota GR010 Hybrid to have a brand new variation for this year as part of the main update for the continuation of the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup. For my recommend pick, I'll have to go and use with Porsche to have the 919 Hybrid 2016 with a brand new UDRS Insportec livery. But good thing putting up to have a lot of good time lapse will be set and served to be well prior before the next part of the live stream video. So I had to get ready and go for having a BOP regulation is about to be set automatically to be on 499 horsepower and weight to be at 1,929 pounds when using for the 919 Hybrid. Be careful folks, it's about to go faster, challenging, and serve to have a 1 pit stop tire switch mandatory is about to get set and go enter on the track. So let's join in session and take on for today's best chance in the lobby. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the session down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos in the later future. Now it is time to get ready to go and start the race. Let's begin. Okay folks, looks like everything's all being prepared and get set to be ready on over to take on in Interlagos. About the track itself, to be racing for having 15 turns to have the full course layout is going to be very challenging to go on the elevation between the downs and up. The center S's is now being served to be labeled onto turn number 1 and 2 to have the starting position before going onto the left turn onto turn 3 is the Cuba du Sol. So I'm on board, choosing for the brand new Insportec variation on the Porsche 919 Hybrid is about to go faster, challenging, and just to be well planned to be taking on with some best part of the LMP1 categories such as Toyota and Audi. But not to mention because I have to get set and get down to do some preparation for today's live stream video to be on recording session in progress. So down I go on turn number 1 and 2. Keep it up and stay steady to be on the left turn side of the track is now going enter on the apex when you're on turn 3. Cuba du Sol is now clear. Now for the Rita Opaz in sector 2 to be coming over onto turn number 4 and 5, which is the Desida del Lago. Once you clear on turn 4 and 5, you'll be entered to take turn 6 and 7 before coming in onto the right to find a good line. And here comes the hairpin to be coming in onto turn number 8. Make that stop to go in and keep a good steady maintain on the pace on turn number 9. And here we have the Vico de Pato on turn number 10 as well to be served as the third hairpin. After clear from turn 10, you'll go straight forward to be on the left side of the track on the apex on turn 11 before entered onto the final sector to stop at turn 12. Make the best effort out there to have a good curve straightaway to be on turn 13, 14, and the final section on the turn in number 15 to be served as last. So current record by the average after I just took 1 minute, 20.069 seconds to be putting up with some hard practice out there in about 15 seconds as the matchmaking will start. So I had to find out to see how the lobby is going to be turned out for only 100% no glitch zone free, and that means I'll have to do it much more perfectly to get in and get settled in to have one part of the racing competition before we're going to have to go for phase 2 preparation during the part of the live stream. So the wait is open. Looks like 3 o'clock, and now let's get ready to go and get set to be well prepared. Alright, looks like several GT players are about to go at it to choose for the 919 hybrid, and the other 3 players are about to go with Toyota to be using with the TS030 hybrid and 2 GR010 hybrids. Well, can't say because this could be a very tough challenge. Go for the soft racing compound tires to be checked and raring to go. Time to pit out. I know this race is going to be super fast, so I have to be extremely careful when using with a 919 hybrid. Well, of course, because these cars are giving a bad effort out there to have that kind of a racing sportsmanship rating. So I had to go with it because this is all about competition to stay focusing and keep on racing to stay clean. So in about 5 seconds, as the quick warm-up is about to be finished soon. Alright, let's go and proceed to have a 5-minute qualifier to get back to normal. 3 laps, guys. 3 laps for the qualifying, and then 15 laps we'll have to go faster best served between 2 choices by the method. One for the tire change, and for the other to be serving as an endurance step. So I had to get down and go racing for business for the competition. Let's enter and go exit at the pit. I'm always gonna get shape up. Sorry, I just had some lunch. Okay, here I go and kick it up for having a maximum speed and stop on turn number 4. Looks like FA Toma 2006 is here. Rolling in onto the 5th position, so I have to be very gentle. Okay, good overtake pass. And here comes the brake zone to be entered on turn number 8 and stopping in on turn number 9. But here comes Big Daddy on 4th place, followed by El Marquez in 3rd, followed by is Shamrock in 2nd place, and Zidek in position number 1. Few race cars in the Group 1 class between the 919 hybrid and few of the Toyota prototype race car is going to have to be step things up a bit and go shape up perfectly to go for the first lap, and then the lap time faster to go entered on lap number 2. But you know, I just felt being left out and just gonna have to try to get my second chance to be rearing up because of the glitch session is now being interrupted from last Wednesday. But I still really might need to have some points to get back for having a main respawn after finishing from take 1, since I'm just finishing from 8th place at Autodromo de for the Group 4 category, which is specifically to be recommended to be doing for the Nissan Silvia S15 touring car, or even to have the Ferrari 458 Italia Group 4. So I always gonna have to keep moving on because competition is still yet to be focusing and take some time to be served as an encore content video nomination pick for myself to have much more fine possibilities and goal determination for my best interest a pick. So coming in on turn 11 before stopping at turn 12, gonna have to be extra careful to have that main pace to go stepping up and go cross through to the penalty line to have the lap time to go stepping in and go quicker to be on the main improvement. And here it comes. Looks like it's gonna get much more pretty faster to have that lap time to go for having a new set of the records. There's 1 minute 21.130 seconds, and here comes the third lap to be served as the final lap. So keep an eye out because no longer to have a 3-lap qualifier because 4 laps is about to get extra. Okay, grid standings are now being updated. Looks like I'm about to go down onto the 4th position. Gonna have to keep a good shape up and stay focusing to have that best recommended Group 1 car ever since from last year. As I ever remember back then from the 24 Heroes Du Mans racing circuit for having a thrill of a showdown between the 919 Hybrid and the GR010 Hybrid. But I cannot believe it because I just barely took a lot of best effort out there to go standing up and pushing up the main limits to be on the main part of the boundaries. But hold on, looks like there goes my poor effort out there to have one last lap. Just going to keep a good watchful eye on the main distance and cornering by next time. Here comes the final lap. Gonna have to go enter onto the center S, dive in, steady carefully, and keep the good balance. Looks like Zero ZA just actually took the good fastest running time for only 1 minute 20.002 seconds. One Canadian GT racer did good out there, and whoa man, looks like someone else just actually took my position to go down onto 6th place. They're about to go at it, folks. Looks like the judges is about to be get in cleared to have this settlement to have the main part for today's lobby session of the race. A massive party warming showdown between Porsche race cars and even to have few less of Toyota prototype race cars like the TS030 and the GR010 Hybrid. So looks like time's up and go proceed at the finish line. Keep it up, don't lose the grip. Now time to catch up and sprint to the finish between turn 13 through the 15. Well, I can't say because 9th place turns out to be a bit average, so I hope Team Insportec is going to have to get worked up to be perfectly for having a next part of tonight's competition after for only 1 attempt. So, looks like end of session for only 25 seconds as the qualifier will be finished soon until 15 laps will be ready up and go super fast and quick just like the SF23 models at Deep Forest Raceway. So I'll be back in 10 seconds to be on the quick break time. Well, it turns out tougher times to go faster, quicker, and packing. Well, it is going to be a very good place to be here for having a Group 1 race at the Brazilian racetrack. And for today's temperature, we're having a bright and sunny day and 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit, as we're about to go down and putting up with some two choices between one for the tire requirement on the endurance and go for having a racing stop compound tires will be adding up for only one pit stop available. So be remember folks, racing compound tires to be labeled in the medium is about to be set in about 15 seconds. Always gonna have to keep on racing to stay clean and try not to hit around during each part of the corners on 15 turns in Interlagos. So here we go folks, change settings and let's get the party started. The 2023 series GTWS Nations Cup is about to be ready to go and start revving up for having a Group 1 race in Autodromo de Interlagos. Let's go to the players. Here we have Zero CA in first place, CDEC in second place. Third place we have DJ Hearing Aid is about to be set and good to go. And here's Amerex is now on 4th position. Big Daddy is here in 5th place. Next up in 6th place is DC99. 7th place we got ourselves is Gates to have a pink style variation on the Porsche 919. Shamrock is here in 8th place. 9th place is myself with the UDRS Insportec livery. Galaxy 139 is here in 10th place. 11th is Pappy is about to go with number 12. Camo_BR is here in 12th place. 13th place for Toyota is FA Toma 2006. 5Pot is here in the 14th position, and even of course to have the 15 is GoPar 2019. Last place is TBDC Gunther is about to go for having a last position at the go. Well, I can't say because this is going to get much more pretty excited out there to be using any kinds of rent specific race car to be well chosen for the main part of the update. So 919 Cup is absolutely to go correction to have a few amount of the Group 1 cars in a different manufacturer brand. So let's find out and go speed up to have a main part for having a Porsche 919 hybrid to go for the showdown in round 5 in the 2023 GTWS Nations Cup is about to go clean racing. Let's get it on, and 3 seconds are about to go green. Here we go folks. This is all about going faster, speed, cornering, and agile to be going down onto the Center S as Team Insportec moves on and cleared to be on turn number 3 at the Cuba do Sol. There goes DC99, pack up and go for the high pace. Several Porsche 919 race cars are about to go at it and make the best push out there to go for turn number 4 and 5. It looks like Amerex is about to be slowed down, and hold on, looks like there goes a contact. Team Insportec might gonna have to go extremely exercise caution to go simple and going enter the final line on turn number 6 and 7. And there it goes, looks like the brake zone just barely pulled in and entered to be on the first hairpin onto turn number, oh there it goes, looks like Big Daddy just took a spun out onto turn number 2 of the hairpin and proceed to be moving on for Team Insportec. Wow, I cannot believe it, this is going to get crazier as it looks. Several race cars and currently for every GT players to be using for the Porsche 919 hybrid is going to be the most thrill of the showdown ever yet to be well excited. Gonna have to keep it up and go for turn 13 to be stepping in onto turn 14 at the main part of the final straightaway to be on turn 15 at the end of the first lap. Here comes the second lap. Team Insportec is about is on the roll and going down again onto the center S. Pretty clever, by the way, folks. Looks like the fans and the spectators are about to set things up to give some more votes, suggestions, and giving some best endorsement out there for the Nations Cup in the fifth round. Is all about to go faster and feel the speed in the main part of the best LMP1 category in every Gran Turismo history. So on to the second sector. DC99 is about to go outside when taking turn 7 before stopping at turn 8 to catch up onto server CA onto third position. But here comes Team Insportec stepping in and go proceed on to hairpin 2 to be stopping at turn 10 on hairpin 3. That's an absolutely good effort out there to be on the main push and keep up the main ropes. Looks like 5 of the Porsche 919 hybrids to go for the chase and stepping in onto the final sector after clear onto turn number 12. As for today's competition for the Nations Cup, it's going to have to get settled in to have some main part of the racing strategy to start out to be in the first leg, and just going to have to go for having a main start to be using for the soft racing compound tires. And here we have Sedek's lap time to go currently for the update after finishing on lap number 2. 1 minute, 20.783 seconds is going to have to go settle in, faster out, and go extremely all-wheel drive to go for the extra boost to have a battery charged hybrid race car to be part ever since from the 24 Hours of Le Mans and the World Endurance Championship. So here it comes. Looks like Sedek is now pushing in and go for the lead. Really awesome out there to have all kinds of best liveries to be on the same Porsche 919 hybrids, especially for Team UTRS Insportec is now being placed currently in 5th place. But hold on, looks like the lag disturbance is now going to be calling in onto the red Bart. Something else is not happening. We do not want this interruption because that could be quite very bad and get back to be on the main respawn. It's all back to normal and resume enter to be on the third lap to be finishing towards the end of the lap. As the battery is about to be depleted, speed times are about to get much more slightly increased to be on the main part of the pushing pace and go for the quick recharge to be labeled on the green. Fourth lap is about to be entered, so here it comes as the 5 racers to be going down onto the center S in turn 1 and 2, and Sedek is now proceed on to turn number 3 to be on the Reta Oxa on the straightaway. 3 other racers on 2nd to 4th place as 5th place racer are about to be raging up and go for the high speed effort out there to climb up to be using for the same Porsche 919 hybrid. Second one clear, go for sector 2 to be staying on top of it. And for Team Insportec is now stepping forward to be moving on in turn 6 and 7 to be pulled the brake, stopping at turn number 8 to go down to be on the main part of the hairpin complex and proceed on to the second position. So there it goes. Gonna have to work my way to get in there. Turn 11 is going well cleared and moving on again in sector 3. Make turn 12 to go possibility and proceed to see how Team UTRS Insportec in the Porsche 919 hybrid to go speed up quickly for having a soft compound racing tires as the pit place racer is now going in. Here we have DJ Hearing A for having a new set of the record in 1 minute, 20.746 seconds on to lap number 5. Down the way it go, 919 hybrids are about to be going much more quicker to be steady as it goes to have a main objective to keep on racing to stay clean and focusing to be on the high effort to beat the dirty air and kick it up to have an extra boost to be putting up to have a hybrid charged battery. So in about 1 second up ahead to DC99 as turn 6 and 7 steps in and going much more exactly to be slow in for having a steady position for having an all-wheel drive prototype race car. Best race car to be part in the LMP1 category along with some other specific divisions to the Group 1 class. Group C, Vision GTs, and even of course to have some few other cars in the Le Mans hypercar category like the Toyota GR010 Hybrid. So up we go again, moving on into the third sector to keep pushing. DC99 is about to pack up with some more defense as Team Insportec goes quicker, depleted, and much more slight possibility for having a main part for the warm-up session during take one of the live stream video. So after all, because it'll have to find out and go for doing a serving text racing experiment. Gonna have to work my way and get in there. Soft Racing compound tires are getting a little bit much more depleted out there. Alright, that's good. Don't lose that grip. Just gonna have to stay on top of the 5th position. Okay, looks like Sidek is doing well out there to be on the main position in the #1 spot. There goes DJ Hearing Aid is now actually to keep it up and stay on going on the offense. It looks like Big Daddy has left the lobby for only 15 drivers left standing as the server quality bars are about to get down to have some oranges and few of them to be on the yellow. I know this is going to be a very tough, complicated guess because these servers might gonna have to get back and stay on the main green zone whenever it takes to have this better main part of the quality environment. So here comes the blue flag, signal in and check to be pleased. It takes 7 laps for only a few more laps to go before enter to be on the 8th lap for Team Insportec to go proceed into the next run. But still gonna have to take some main possibility to keep a good watchful eye on the other racers to have the main part and have that blue flag to be waving in and go proceed for having a final position to go forward in the next lap. So let's find out to see which is the last place driver is gonna be look like. But I'm sure of it because if there will be a Toyota TS030 hybrid or 2 of the GR010 hybrids. Come on, the tires is gonna have to get much more depleted out there to take. Gonna have to keep a good watchful eye before stopping on lap number 9 towards the end. There we go. Moving on in the 9th lap. 1 minute and 22.365 seconds is now going to be set to be default average. Hang on. Something else might be happening alright. It needs to get fixed. don't want this race to be interrupted because this has got to do it much more perfectly to be on take 1 session. So be on the reminder, folks, because I'm just gonna have to go for having a preparation warm-up for take 1 on a live stream video. So I have to go and moving on to take number 2 for having a main part for the same round and same track for having a different Group 1 category. But of course, because I'm just gonna be well preferred to have the best recommend pick to have the Porsche 919 Hybrid. So in the meantime, because if I have to go for only one part of the second attempt during the live stream video after finishing with this one, so I had to go for tonight's competition to get my rehearsal, to get shape up, and do a much more proud correction to do this audition warm-up. Alright, looks like I have no choice. Just gonna have to take that pit stop and go for the mandatory requirement to be putting up onto the medium compound tires. So battery time is about to go recharge, folks. Front tires need to take a break to go for take 5. All set and good to go. And here it goes. Drop down on position 11. Tent lap clear, go for lap number 11. Hold on, looks like this could be a spun out on turn number 7. Good thing the track map is going well surveillance to be on the lookout. Come on. Don't want any lag disturbance to come around. Okay, how many times to keep a good check on the bar quality? Okay, looks like Amakis is in the pits. Come on. Don't want this red bar is going low. Get back on the green. Okay, looks like we got ourselves a Toyota GR010 Hybrid FA_Toma 2006. Come on, FH, you can do it. I know this brings you for only a first time ever from last year. Just gonna have to get down to do some basic and gonna have to stay focusing to be climb up onto the main position. Okay, there we go. Climbing up onto the 7th position. Come on, just going to get closer and make my way to overtake Go R. Lap 14, up I go. Steady carefully, and there it goes. Hold on, didn't see that one coming. Okay, looks like back again for having a normal respawn. So here it comes. Climbing up onto the 6th position. And here it comes, you guys. Looks like the 15th lap is about to be entered and go for the finish line, as 0CA is now actually to be on the 1st position in the number 1 spot. DJ Hearing Aid is now currently to stay on top of the 2nd position, along with Galaxy 139 in 3rd place ever since the start of the 1st lap on the Nations Cup. As 3 racers quickly faster and kick it up by exactly in about almost 1 minute to go remaining, as a total time to go exactly by 20 seconds is going to have to get in, and total time to be well placed to be on the 20 minute. So here it comes. The final lap is about to be set and go down on the way. Looks like Team Insportec is now doing good out there for having a main part of the Take 1 session before go for Phase 2 as Take 2 for the next live stream video. And here it comes. Looks like 0CA is now currently to take the main position to go for the lead until the finish line is about to go for the final stretch. And here it is. Looks like 0CA is now going to have to take much more fine, perfect lineup to be get in and go for the final chase to be on the main curve straightaway between turn 13 through the 15. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Gran Turismo players, Nations Cup is now being pronounced. The 1st place winner goes to 0CA for the win. One Canadian Gran Turismo racer just actually did for having a best successful finish in round 5 of the GTWS Nations Cup for the 2023 series. Now that's the quickest way to go faster, better, and best suitable LMP1 category for the Porsche 919 Hybrid. Very awesome, very thrilled, and much more fun exactly to have one Canadian racer to take the win for the Nations Cup in round 5. That's so very awesome, and certainly to be well indeed. But good thing this race is over yet, and we have DJ Hearing Aid who did not receive any mandatory requirement to be putting up to have assault racing that ends up in the result of a 1-minute penalty. Yep, that's how what happens every time if you don't follow the regulation and mandatory requirement. The penalty will be set to be received by a minute. Next time, just gonna have to go full up and putting up to have the medium compound racing tires to be serving for only one part of the endurance. Excuse me, just had some sorry about that. I just had some watermelon. Well, that's game, you guys. And even of course to have the 5th position is now going update by default. Now that's how one part of the replay is absolutely to have the top 5 position is now going well and clean race to be checked. Very awesome and good job for today's competition for doing one part of the live stream video segment for having a preparation, as I'm about to go for take 2 and save a replay just to be in case. Well, I can't say that I just feel out of breath ever since I just gonna have to stay focusing onto the 5th position ever since I just made it on time before finishing on the final lap. So for the winner is now going to be pronounced to have the first place goes to Cyril CA for having a best livery variation with a number 29 on the Porsche 919 Hybrid. Very good, and much more exactly to have Sidek and Galaxy is now doing a good run out there to be finishing and climb up onto 2nd and 3rd place. So gonna have to give a good received message to congratulations for having a best moment out there for having a hashtag MyGTMoment for the Nations Cup in round 5. You're very welcome, Cyril CA. I hope I can probably do my best and just gonna have to get shape up and go be creative before moving on to take number 2 for the next part of the live stream video and continues on for round 5 in the 2023 GTWS Nations Cup. So I know this is quite giving me a feeling of complicated guess, guys. I know it is because I just really might need to get my best part of the encore content pick to have a main part of the suitable nomination pick. So I had to wrap this up and just gonna have to go and take a long break and go exercise. So maybe I might need to get some fresh air. But thankfully, 5th place is all I need to do for having one part of the preparation rehearsal before take 2 in the next live stream video. So I hope you enjoyed watching for today's live stream video on take 1 for the GTWS Nations Cup for the 2023 series on GT7. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, and more to see for my own image artworks like UDRS liveries, Fish and Total Drama fan art, Ricard liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time and continue on in round 5 for the 2023 series of the Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup on GT7, and I look forward to see you again and continue on. Keep on racing, stay clean, and get myself to be shape up and rehearsal to be as a commentating YouTube director for having a best pick.